Wow, so many of you have been sending us a lot more of your messages. Very much so, because we know on Facebook, it's interesting some of the postings that people tend to make, especially when it's very much attributed to the issue of terror. But on WhatsApp, we have a lot more of your messages, and we'll want to read some of them. And then also, we would want to get to know what you think, especially if you live in a border community, what you think is the state of security in your community, especially when we keep saying that our borders are very much porous. Very soon we'll be opening the phone lines, and also you tell us about your state of mind concerning all the signs we're getting that indeed, following the inquisition of one of the terror suspects in that very Grand Bassam bombing, who is a Malian by Ivorian authorities, it had been indicated, and that very alert also sent to the national security authorities of Ghana, that Ghana was one of the countries that were being targeted by these terrorist groups. And so we'll open the phone lines very soon for you also to comment on that. You have some comments, Mama?
Yes, I do. And this one says, I stay in Gulu in the Upper West region, which shares a border with Burkina Faso. I travel to Leo in Burkina at will, and they also come to Gulu when they want. There's nothing anyone can do to prevent these entries. So talking about terrorists coming into Ghana, it is only God who can save us. The police, immigration cannot prevent the entry of terrorists in Ghana. That's from Lucius. His experience as somebody who lives in a border town and who travels a lot to Burkina Faso. This one says, Mamavi, when you come to Garu Tempani, the border starts from around Pikriwa electoral area, Tumong electoral area, and Bempela electoral area, Akara. And you're giving me a lot of the areas that share border. And then you say within all the border, people come in and go unchecked. No amount of security can also do this checks, you say. The reason being that everywhere there are parts, numerous people coming from Togo to Ghana. We are in a serious problems. You say the security has a lot to do, and that's from Awene Stephen from Garu Tempani sending me that message. Particularly if you're in the Volta region as well, we want to hear from you on this subject, because we know that the Information Services Department has issued a press release signed by Cephas Agor, who's Regional Information Officer, and it says that the Information Services Department has begun a 2-week terror alert campaign across the Volta region in respect of recent reports of possible terrorist attacks on Ghana. The terror alert crusade is being done alongside education campaign on the national budget. So they say 5 mobile cinema vans have been deployed to all districts in the region to sensitize the public on the need to report strange people and characters to the police and traditional rulers. What we want to know from you this morning is, have you spotted any of these vans? Have you received any education at all on this campaign or crusade, if you like? And should you see any strange persons, what numbers have you been educated on to call? And this is also the subject that we're touching on. So if you live in any of these areas, please let us know. This one says, this is from Mohammed in Tamale, says, tell Roland that we thank God that at long last Barcelona is out. Charlie, look at where you're taking us right now.
We're the Chelsea fans. We don't like Barcelona.
Okay. Ben Morris Jr. is in Axim and he's enjoying the show this morning. Axim is also a border town, isn't it? Is it?
Alubo is a border town.
Okay.
Axim is not a border town. Axim rather is almost like a coastal town. Okay, so you live along those border towns. You would want to get very much in touch with us. We'll be very much happy to hear from you. But we're going to open the phone lines, and the phone lines will be on your screens very soon. You live along those border lines or those border towns, let us know. But also with all these terror attacks and all the indications and the alerts that the national security seem to now circulating among themselves, what do you make of it? What's your state of mind as an ordinary Ghanaian, particularly when you live in any of those border towns? And so the phone lines will be open very soon. Please make sure you put in that very call. Let's hear from you. What do you make of all those terror alerts? And then what is your current state of mind as far as the security of our country is, particularly when you tend to live in those border towns in our country, Ghana? What do you make of it? And so those phone lines will be very much open for you to talk to us.
All right. Eduku at Half a City says Ghana, like the tortoise, isn't going to be hit by the bites of the chatterfly. We are not going to be attacked. That's what you say. We thank you for your message. This one says the best we can do is to fence the entire country, just like USA has done on their borders with Mexico. Benjamin Obeng Ajmain in Sunyai.
Well, it's not the only way for which you can insulate yourself, because, I mean, it's been shown that even fencing or perhaps building some level of wall or fortification around your country is not the best way only. There are many, many ways that you can check. It's not actually the best way, because we've had increasing attacks in the US despite that. Sometimes people can even be homegrown. They will be, their minds will be infiltrated by these terrorist groups, and then the attacks would be masterminded, homegrown. So, I mean, those precedents are there for us to take a look at. So the phone lines are now on. The number 0302 is available. Please make sure that we get to know.
Continue.
But also on WhatsApp 0560 800,000. Please, let's hear from you.
And the numbers you can call 0302
Let me mention
211 69102.
I was about mentioning 0302 211 69102.
Yeah,
right.
Abdul is from McCarthy, and he's calling us this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Thank you for calling.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Hola, Mama B.
Thank you. Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you feel safe?
Yeah, I'm very safe, and
Okay.
I think I'm fine.
For all the alerts we're getting from the security agencies that indeed the well-planned attacks likely to have happened to Ghana, and so the alert also from the Ivorian authorities came to our national security authorities. What do you make of it as an ordinary Ghanaian?
Yeah, I think it's just the regular security our security agencies keep talking about. And I think Ghanaians shouldn't be scared so much about it, but we have to be vigilant and see how we can solve this, because it's all over the world, and we haven't had our share yet, so we just have to be careful, and I think mainly that's it. And I think we are taking a lot of things for granted. Sometimes when I'm moving, even mad people on the street, I think we have to be careful, because we shouldn't think someone in a beard or in a jalabia can cause it. Someone can just pretend like a madman, in the street, then that's going to be that person. So we shouldn't just look at people that we think everyone is talking about, maybe the Muslims. People keep saying, no, it's not a Muslim thing. Someone can even hold the Bible and explode, because we might be watching out for Muslims. So we just have to be careful and prayerful, then that will solve the problem.
Sure. We thank you for calling. Thanks a lot. We've got somebody else joining us. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name, please? Omar.
My name is Omar, calling from Tamale.
Okay, but you have to turn down the volume on that television set for us so we don't get any feedback.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Umar who's joining us from Tamale.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make a small contribution on the alert. Yeah. We are just pleading to the government to be up and doing. It should try and make sure that the security will be alert to fight this kind of menace for us.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
But wherever you are, and I know that you say you're speaking from the Northern Regional Capital of Tamale, Because there are usually interactions from foreigners who perhaps may be coming in from the various areas, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, and also Togo. Do you have fears when you come into contact or have an encounter with people who are not Ghanaians necessarily?
Yeah, we in the northern region believe that maybe these people are going to target the big cities. They are not going to come from either or we believe that they are because that is the place that maybe a lot of people are gathering.
Well, very interesting there, Umar. Well, thank you very much for your comments as well.
We've got Emmanuel from the Volta region. Hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, thanks for calling. Where exactly in the Volta region are you?
I am talking from Kwanta, the Volta North.
Okay. So, you know, we're getting information that the Information Services Department is sending vans around to do a lot of education. Have you spotted any of these vans?
No, please.
Okay. But are you on the lookouts?
Yes. You know, what I really was thinking as a teacher is that we have so many unapproved routes within the Kwanta areas here, just closer to Togo. People actually use those routes, even they sometimes do not pass through even the main borders. I was really thinking that opportunity would have been offered not only for the information services, but maybe NCC as well and other sister organizations, so that the people within these unapproved routes and within these areas can be educated, so that people using these particular routes can be interacted with, so that if they are even suspected cases, they can actually call through some lines for other immigration officers or other security officers to actually intervene.
Okay.
But if we are talking of maybe just using maybe the information vans within even the town hall, then what happens to the people living areas where maybe the unapproved routes are located?
That's a very important point you make there. We thank you for your call, Emmanuel, from Nkwanta, the Volta region. We move on to Yusuf, Roland.
And very good morning to you, Yusuf. Where are you calling us from? Hello, Yusuf.
I'm calling from Langbisi.
Lambesi.
I'm calling from Langbisi.
Okay, Langbisi. Please give us your comment on the terror alerts that we're getting, which now is being widely circulated or being broadcast by the media.
Okay. In the first place, this is my first time of hearing about the vans being patrolling, and I don't think much information has been given to the people. I think we need to do more about it.
Especially for the district or municipal, or let's say the Rec 6 that we tend to have. What do you think they need to do to intensify the level of education and improve the level of security in the regions?
In the first place, what I want to say is that anything they are doing, they should try to distribute it equally. Information that are supposed to be sent, it should be sent equally. It shouldn't be given to some particular people in the country and leaving others. Like I said, if not until I was watching your program, I never knew something like that was going on.
Okay, yeah, we get you. Thank you very much. And I'm sure that the authorities are also watching and listening to some of these concerns that are coming through. We'll speak to Reverend Benjamin, who is also on the phone. Hello, good morning. Hello, Reverend Benjamin.
Good morning.
Yes,
My name is Benjamin Atibila from Boga.
Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Yes. Concerning the security alert, I think that the same night Prophet TB Joshua had his vision, I also had a similar revelation, but I didn't know how to communicate it.
Oh, you did?
Yes. It was like these Muslims have gone for prayer and they were coming out of the mosque and they were on the road. And I saw a driver drove with full speed into them, killing a lot of people. which we did pray about it on Sunday. So when I heard about the terror alert, I was like, wow, this thing is real. So we really need to pray about it and then not only focus on the beaches and then the shopping centers as we're thinking of, because they can come from every dimension or direction. This is my contribution I want to give.
All right. We thank you for sharing with us here on the show this morning. But let's speak to somebody else, Isaac, who's joining us, and then I'll read to you the latest that we have as is published by myjoyonline.com. Hello, Isaac. Good morning. Hello, Isaac.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Isaac. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Gushigo in the Northern Region.
Very well. Let's hear your comments on this.
Listen, I think about the issue that we are all talking about. I think self-awareness will do, because the government cannot do anything if we are not aware of this, and we have to, we have to be security to our own self. We have to be security personnel to our own self, because if we are not aware of this and we are not able to take care of ourselves, I don't think the security men will be following us wherever we go. So I think we should be self-awareness should be created, and we should be careful ourselves. We should be vigilant. I think that will help us. But the government cannot do everything for us. We have to also contribute as Ghanaians.
So let me ask you, seeing as you're very security conscious, what are some of the things that you're looking out for?
For me, it's just education. If the education on self-awareness, I think that will do.
Okay, but you know that they're saying that when we see strange characters, we should inform the security services.
I think that would be very good. That would be very nice. That if we see or we suspect anything, then we'll get the police informed.
Okay. All right. We thank you so much for joining us. But let me read this, which is published on myjoyonline.com, Roland. A man said to be the brain behind terrorist attack at the Grand Bassam Hotel in Ivory Coast has reportedly confirmed Ghana and Togo have been marked for terrorist strikes. The Malian national, whose identity has not been made public by the National Security Council, security officials reportedly revealed this during interrogation by Ivorian security agencies. The security document, presented as an alert and dated April 9, 2016, was sent to security agencies in Ghana. The alert opens with a statement: intelligence gathered by the National Security Council indicates a possible terrorist attacks on the country is real. And I guess following this, the Information Services Department say they began a 2-week terror alert campaign across the Volta region, and we are trying to find out how deep this is and if people have noticed or are aware of this education. Let's cross over now to the Volta region, but we'll speak to our Volta regional correspondent, Fred Kwame Asari. We're trying to figure out how much of this is real on the ground. So, Fred, good morning.
Good morning, Mama V.
I hope you're well.
I'm good.
Okay, and you are aware of your environment. They say you know, we should look out for strange characters and attitudes. Fred, what do you know about this press release that we have from the Information Services Department?
Annually, the Information Service Department carries out a budget campaign in across the country. But then, because of the new terror alert in the country, they decided to chip in a campaign to sensitize members in the community about what they should look out for when there's any issue concerning terrorism, and then what they should do. So here in the Volta region, 5 vans with 2 personnel each have been deployed to cover the...
Have you spotted any of these vans? That's the question we've been asking our viewers.
I've not spotted any of the vans yet, but then I spoke with one of the officials at the Information Service Department, and she confirmed to me that they have 5 of the vans working in the district. So with 2 personnel educating persons in the communities about what they should look out for when it comes to terrorism. And then also they are focusing more on rural communities where the message has not gone down well there, and then towns and communities along the borders of the country in the Volta region. Those are the places they are focusing on.
Okay, we'll leave it here, Fred, but when you spot a van, please let us know, because we want your description of what is on the ground. That's Fred Kwame Asari. He's our colleague in the Volta region. But Roland, we have to get on to a lot more messages on WhatsApp. This one says, what is their reason for attacking Ghana? I just can't fathom why these folks would want to attack our country. Anyway, we're all just chilled in Bogatanga. Big meat in Boga. Kind of like that. They're chilled in Bogatanga. This one says, good morning, Mama V. I'm all for terror alerts and all, but in the process, I think Ghanaians should be careful not to be terrorists onto ourselves. Okay, kindly include your name when you send us a message. This one says anybody can be victim of such an attack. It takes months, years for them to plan. Intelligence sharing is very important, I guess you're trying to say. Security must be tough always, not only when there is an alert. Above, we should pray for God to avert the situation. That's from Lawrence from Germany. Roland.
Okay, so we have from Gambaga, we have Lawrence. Oswald. Okay, Oswald is calling us from Gambaga. A very good morning to you, Oswald. Good morning, Oswald.
Good morning.
Okay, please, what's your name?
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
I'm Musa also from Gambaga.
Okay, please turn down the volume of your set that you have there, because it means that you're just listening to two people at the same time, even though, of course, we're one and the same. What's the state of security from your own perspective in where you live?
Oh, the security is very good.
Okay. How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 15 years old.
Sometimes when you hear the news as a young person about how perhaps there are some terrorist activities in other countries, and now we're hearing that it's a lot more closer to our country, what goes through your mind?
I'm very scared.
You're very scared. But you're not scared to go to school, are you?
No, I'm not scared to go to school.
Okay. So we wish you all the best then. And then we have to get...
And don't be scared, please.
And don't be scared. So,
Okay.
So it means that we have to jump on to... We have Stephen on the line.
Yeah, we do have Stephen from Nkoko. Hello, Stephen. Good morning.
Hello, Stephen.
Yeah, hello.
Yes,
good morning.
Stephen. Good morning to you. We thank you for joining
hello.
us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Stephen, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you hear me at least?
I can hear you.
Okay, so let's hear you. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Okay, mine is a contribution. I think this has been long overdue.
In terms of the security alerts, you mean?
Information Service Department. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
In terms of alerting the populace about the terror attack to Ghana.
Okay.
You realize that we had issues with in Côte d'Ivoire and Burkina. But because of the prophecy, that's why they are coming out with these information to all these people.
Is that how
you
feel?
They should have done this long time.
Is that how you feel? You think it's because of the prophecy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us here on the show. Who else do we have on the line? And then David from Techiman, and then we'll get on to some messages. James, rather. Apologies there. Hello, James. Good morning.
Good morning, Mama V.
Yes, Uncle James. How are you?
I'm very good this morning.
We thank God. Let's hear what you've got to say.
All right. Well, this issue has been revealed even before now. So I think that we should not only deal with it from the security aspect, but spiritually we should also deal with it. So the security, they are doing their best. And I think that Christians or anybody who believes in God should also pray so that every aspect of it will work out.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Right.
Yeah, we appreciate your call and your contribution. On WhatsApp, this message says, why should we wait until we see strange acts from people when we open our borders free to let foreigners hop in like that? Our immigration service must rather be vigilant on our borders. You come back to say again, our security personnel must not show their war plans to the public because nobody knows who these people are. All the same, terrorist attack on Ghana, Allah is behind us. Thanks for that message. We've got to join Derek Ecclesam, who is roving. There was a demolition exercise yesterday here in the capital, and Echo is trying to figure out how the place looks like today and who he sees. You know, one of our problems, Roland, is that when we do some of these demolition exercises, the place becomes still bare and people go back again the following day or days after.
So it's about sustainability and vigilance, so that you don't tend to create another humanitarian problem after trying to go through a previous one. I think that's the whole idea, because once you wait and people, or whether we call them squatters, come to settle in, at the end of the day, it means that they tend to lose their place of abode or habitation, and that tends to create a certain level of humanitarian difficulties for them.
Sure. So we'll join Derek Ecclesam and on what the latest situation is. Derek, you can take it away.
It's time to rove on the AM show today. We are at a section of the Odo drain. Yesterday, structures were pulled down. People have been rendered homeless. We want to speak to them to tell us how they feel about all of this. So let's get into the community and speak to the people. I want to speak to this man right here who also suffered some sort of demolition.
Something going wrong is here.
What happened? Tell me.
It be here we do. We work here. Everything we do, everything here. After that, then we go home and sleep. Yesterday, we don't know what happened. We are here. What do you see? AMA, soldiers, and police. Then they come here and destroy everything here. So right now, we don't know what we are doing. Repellers day here. I place things, iron here. So after that, then we go home and sleep. We don't know what happened. Yesterday, they come capture and destroy everything here.
But did you have permission from the city authorities before operating from here?
No. I don't have anything here, any authority from anyone.
But you also bear with me that before you embark on such a venture, you need permission from the people who matter, so that you have some sort of backing behind you if you want to operate from here, don't you think?
Oh.
So how is this affecting you? Tell me.
Oh, they destroy my tables, my ironing, everything. Some people's clothes here, they burn everything. It be here where they burn them. So me, I don't know where I'm going right now.
You want to say life has come to a standstill for you?
Oh, no. I have something in my pocket, so I want to go to my village.
The ground has been laid bare now so that the gutter can be desalted from the other side.
That time my horse was 9 months pregnancy, so that was the hour that he need to have born. So I rushed to the Reg hospital. I take her to there and I come back, everything was burned. And I don't know what happened or who burned it. I came around and I asked, they say it's AME or Vanderpool or what. And those things that they are doing, it will never help. You're all Ghanaians. If you burn my things, well, maybe I can't burn your own, or you get store where I'm not getting enough money to make that store or build my house, and I get small for a year, and you can't burn it. What work do you expect me to do? We were just here since I came here on 98. I did here. Nobody can hear that. It's rarest time or it's this time or your mama time or this my style. So come and pay something. We're here plenty from here to here. People is full of stores and rooms than people's. Now they break here. Where we day here, where we get our small. We not get any place to go or any work to do. We day here, we suffer struggle for our small. We too they can break another again. 3 times where they can break here. They break, then they bend, they break. And just like the way I started before now. So I go day here, either it rains or sun. I day here. If it rain, we watch the things. If it is raining, now my things all were scattered. But still, I don't give up. I know what I get for here. Me too. Here is the place that I get my chop money on my daily bread.
I want to swear my name, and I'm a my day, my beshan, my may juma. If they say no, or mine must say, I doom so now banozo. Ye more company, ye di. There's sentiment now, your Ilenema. Sentiment now for any abandon near Swaswa, any money about Danketwani them. Urban, as I'm getting boy and Kaya say, Minion Mamoho, Monchin Como Chicacra. Then the way of course is a phenomenon started class 1. Says an crab, Kayani and Yabin Pukranswa. Today I say, no. It's a pen for not time you medium. Yeah, a teacher in Yanko school, who margin years so. Yanson a bar, Bibiania, ye dear Nimunia. Mistake who bet yes, ye plow with ye be plan on. Later, Sepen Mubian Solian in our ye plan on your plan of Quebec, the mistake manaba. By the way, 2 now on pebble into the mountain so ye day. Solia day. Ejina Kazi say, Mimman, yes, I'm solid me a day. Me baby mamma minus on tono.
Well, he spoke in Akan, and what he means is that he admits that he doesn't have what he takes. He doesn't have the necessary papers to work from here, but he also needed to survive, to fend for himself and for his family, and that's why he started some form of petty trading here. He is sad his properties have been demolished. He tells me he has to start from the scratch. It will be a pretty difficult thing for him to do, but he doesn't have a choice. He would have to restart life. This has been Roving Report for today. My name is Derek Akosam.
But we also know that, just to put things into perspective, there's an ongoing dredging of the Odo and the Kole, and it means that both the lower and upper streams need to be dredged in such a way that the whole drain will be freed when it rains. Usually this is what happens. For those of us who live in inner city and then at the upstream level, we tend to find that when it's raining, a lot more of the residents, those of us in Accra, tend to heap or perhaps throw in rubbish into the running rainy water. This ultimately ends up in the Odo River and ultimately also in the Kole Lagoon. Because the drain is choked, it doesn't have the passage or the safe way for it to flow through the drain and ultimately into the sea. And so there needs to be constant dredging of the Odo. But if we have a lot more of squatters encroaching along the banks of both the Kole and Odo, it means that there will not be enough time when it rains for the rains to get into the banks and then flow through the river. And that is why the AMA put it on itself to make sure that those quarters that were occupying the banks of both the Kole and the Odo were evicted, so to speak. Well, in the process of doing that, it tends to create some level of humanitarian problems. How do we deal with it as a city? And how do we deal with it as a country? Now, we see that the places are cleared, but if there's not enough security that is put up in the area, it means that the various evictees or those what we term squatters would be running back to those unoccupied places. And by the next few months, it means that they would have built structures which would have created some level of habitation for them. What then do we do when the time comes for us to do a lot more dredging? It's the rainy period, and then we have to do the eviction again. We create another acute humanitarian situation. That's what we're looking at, really. So it's the good side, but also a bad side that we tend to create eventually.
Sure. Roland, we're still getting a lot more messages on security. I think that we're all concerned about the security issue. This one says, now that we're talking about terror alert, I think the place that needs heightened security most are the vital points of Ghana and our economy. I'm talking about our main source of electricity. From Abdul Waris in Tamale. This one says, in what way has Ghana offended these terrorists that they want to attack us? God help us all. In terms of security, we should admit that ours is very poor. It's about time we deploy our security agencies into the streets and vantage points. That's a call from JJ. And this one says, good morning, Roland and Mamavi. Who knows if these terrorists are already in the country? How safe are we now? We've got to look out. We've got to be vigilant. We've got to take the notices very seriously. We've got to look out for strange people around us. And I think that you just have to open your mind to all the things that you hear the security persons say. We bring them on the show all the time for a lot of education. So let's just not listen and let it pass, you know, like the normal thing. But let's pay attention to details. Maybe you haven't been taking your personal security seriously, but this is the time, because you're not only doing it for yourself, your family, your neighbors, but you're doing it for the entire country as a whole.
Well, so we have a lot to talk about, but right now we have to take a break. But as always, you want to get interactive and then watch us live. We're streaming live on YouTube. Talking about YouTube, the channel's name is Major Online. Please make sure you get there, watch us streaming live. You get to watch the two of us, and I'm sure that you get some level.
Just the two of us. Stay with us. We've got talk coming your way. We've got big issues that we need great analysis on, and that's what we bring to you up next here on the show.
Do stay on.